We hit 20K. Yay! 20K on Instagram. Hooray! About goddamn time, guys. Jesus Christ. Who's here? It's our first Q&A live on Insta. Yay! Guys, my subconscious law's Instagram probably has more content than anywhere else. And so few of you who are in my Facebook group or the squad or my YouTube or my TikTok or even on my Instagram following, and there's daily stories with so much accountability content to keep your mind right. It just blows my mind that you guys aren't following me. Hi guys! Oh my God, so excited. Yes, congrats. Oh, Bobby Daddy, how are you darling? Hi Tanu. Hi Allison. Hello, hi Louise. Hi Moon Hair. Hi the chubby vegetarian. Oh, guys, some of your names. Oh my God, you're here. Yes, we love your content. I found you from Instagram. Oh, did you guys? Oh, good. Well, a lot of people have found me recently on Instagram, but I want even more people from the free group to go over there because I'm seeing so many goddamn lost people in the free Facebook group. It's driving me crackers. Oh, seriously, time for bitching. I wish you were my best friend. Oh, guys, I'm everyone's friend. Hi, Kasha. Hi, Megan. Hi, Ciao Bella. Hi, guys. Do you have any questions for me? So, guys, what I normally do on TikTok is I answer people's manifestation questions, and I don't know how much you can actually write here on Instagram. So someone write me a question. Let's see how long your question can be, because I actually have no idea what the word limit is. Do you guys know? I have no idea. Hi, guys. Hi, Loz. Been here from the beginning. Love you. Oh, thank you, Bubbles DK. Thank you, darling. Hi, Missy. What's this? Loz, you won't believe it. New SP. She's a doctor and reflects all my new state. Wonderful, darling. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, I'm thrilled for you, darling. Oh, how exciting. Bobby Bar Daddy had coaching with me back in the day, and she had a different SP, and now she's got a beautiful new SP who's a doctor and reflects her new state. Oh, of course, darling, because your new state's fabulous. The person you're always meant to be. Oh, that's wonderful. Any chance of a reduced price? Any chance that you actually listen to me about manifesting a new reality where you're not in broke-ass thinking, darling? I don't give discounts for people who beg me because their money mentality is so fucked and they're worried about exchange rates. Do you know how much free fucking content I have? And you're begging me, a manifestation coach who could teach you to get your mindset right to be able to afford anything you want, and you're begging me with poor money mindset in my fucking manifestation chat, and you expect me to feel sorry for you as a victim of your own circumstances and say, oh, because you're in Japan and the currency's bad, I'm going to give you, this special victim, a discount. Are you fucking for real? You aren't listening to me. All my free content has not helped you. You haven't done my free course, have you? You haven't done my free course and become aware of your shitty fucking money mindset thinking, have you, darling? So do you think I would give a whingy, whiny victim who hasn't watched my content at length, who hasn't gone over to my YouTube, who hasn't done my free course, a fucking discount? I give my loyal following discounts like my squaddies. They get discounts every day. People like you, no. Because you don't fucking listen. What would be the point of you buying one of my courses? You don't fucking listen to me. You haven't changed your mindset at all. My courses are lost on someone like you, darling. No. No. Fucking open your ears. Loz keeps manifestation easy and straight to the point. Oh, thank you, darling. Is that John Johnson? Who is that? It's a G Johnson. Oh, hello, darling. Hi, Loz. Just finished a worthy as fuck for love course. Oh, did you, darling? Good. Oh, my God. I've missed the lives with you. Lovely. Oh, yes, I haven't been lived at all this week because I've been waiting to hit 20K. I think Instagram doesn't have a word limit. Oh, good. Well, guys, you can ask whatever question you want here. How to manifest better communication? Well, guess what, darling? Guess what, Moon Hair 15? You're in luck. This month, the month of May, coming up, we are doing a manifest contact scripting challenge as part of your squad membership. So if you're not in the squad, get in the squad now, and for $50 for your membership for the month, or you can join up for the whole year for $35, you will get the manifest contact, which is what you want, better communication scripting challenge. It's not just for people who are in no contact. It's not just for people who are blocked or broken up. It's also for people like you who want better communication. Maybe you're in a friends with benefits. Maybe you're going out with someone and they're not actually texting you every day. You don't get the morning text and the evening text and the lovey-dovey confessions of love that you want. You don't get the cute memes and the waking up in the morning and I thought of you last night, or I dreamt of you, and all those wonderful things you want when you're in a relationship. If you're not getting that, you need to come and join us for the Manifest Contact Challenge. It starts on the 1st of May. Come and join us in the squad, darling. I started doing back and begging an SP called the same day, literally right after I finished working on part 2. Mind blowing. If you guys don't have this course, you need to get it now. Oh my God. The same day. What the fuck? Amazing, darling. You did that. I don't know how to do it. How to do what, darling? How to do what? What's the question? You want to be more specific, or you want me to guess? My ex is saying that he can't be with me because he has resentment. What does that mean? I'm pushing out. You've got a story that he resents you. You've got a story he hasn't forgiven you. You've got a story that he's unavailable for love. You've got a story that he hates you. You've got a story that he doesn't want you. What's your fucking story about him? What's your story about you, that things don't work out for you, that you're not forgiven, that you do things wrong? I don't know, darling. Or what did you do wrong that's making him resent you? What do you think you've done wrong? Or what do you think of him? Tell me. Yay, I finally managed to catch a light from you. Yes, darling. What kind of subconscious issue is it if you believe you are out of SP's league, like two above? Two above them? Well, guys, look, sometimes your brain will literally search for any clue that you're not going to get what you want. It could even be, I'm too good for them. They earn less than me. I'm a higher echelon of status than them in the job world or the social world or whatever. Your mind is just literally trying to find reasons why it won't work out. So what are your reasons why it won't work out? Why are you trying to think of them? What's your subconscious issue that makes you think it won't work out? That's what the problem is. Did you do it? What are you talking about, guys? Hello from Malaysia. Love your courses. Oh, wonderful, darling. Please save the live. Hopefully I can save this live. I think I can. You've helped me so much. You're amazing. Oh, thank you, Josie. SP hasn't replied to me in days. Has been a priority. How to get consistent messages and the relationship. Has been a priority. How do I get consistent messages and the relationship? Brianne, are you in my squad? Because if you aren't, you're going to miss out on the Manifest Contact Scripting Challenge that starts on the 1st of May and goes for the whole month of May. Daily scripting tasks to get you consistent contact from your specific person. You're fucking missing out, aren't you? Because you haven't joined us over there. Guys, if you haven't joined for Manifest Contact and you're going to fucking ask me questions about how to get consistent contact and you haven't changed your thinking about being prioritized by them, you're fucked. Because you haven't changed your thinking. I can even see inside your question what your problem is. You don't think he's going to give you consistent messages, so he won't. You don't think he prioritizes you, so he won't. Do you know what thoughts you have that are making him not prioritize you? Do you know what your self-concept issues are that are causing him to not prioritize you? I bet you fucking don't. I bet you haven't done my self-concept course, have you? And if you have, why aren't you focusing on the being prioritized part? Guys, come and do that challenge, for fuck's sake. Listen to Loz to change my life. Ah, my daddy. So thrilled for you, darling. Should I visualize my what, darling? I can't see the rest of your question. Love your eyelashes. Best investment ever. Oh, guys, I got my eyelashes. What do you call them? Lifted. Look, that's my lashes. Look at that. Can you believe? I didn't realize how much they stuck out before. Thank you, darling. I love them. I'm getting it done every month. Well, I think it's every 2 months. Can you make a step-by-step guide to change your self-concept and change your SP's version and story? Are you fucking having a laugh? Have you seen how many courses I have on my website? I have a step-by-step guide called A Kick-Ass You, my self-concept course. I have a step-by-step guide on changing your self-concept in love called Worthy as Fuck for Love. I have a step-by-step guide called Back and Begging to manifest back your specific person. Are you fucking joking? Have you done those courses? I bet you fucking haven't. You want a step-by-step guide? I have like 20 fucking courses, 3 of which are what you're talking about. Oh, yeah. You need to do Worthy as Fuck for Love or Back and Begging immediately. Lol, this is the Loz I remember, haha. What's this? Oh, is this Garrett? Is this Garrett Johnston? Is this Garrett who I had coaching with? Is that who that is? I can't see your picture. You guys, Loz has so much content. She works so hard for us. Guys, I have so much fucking free content. If you're in here coming asking me for discounts, or you're in here begging me for a type of course, and you haven't bothered to go over to subconsciousloz.com and click the courses section, what the fuck? I have free courses even. I have 2,000 videos on YouTube, half of which are like over an hour long, and some of you fuckers haven't even gone over there and subscribed and watched them. You know how much free content I have? If you can't get the answers for free, from me, I don't know where you get them from. Loz, darling. Oh, Jean Marie. I've been working on my self-concept, but every time I think, oh, wow, I'm having a great day, my brain is like, oh, are you? And bump, here comes my intrusive thoughts. Christina, you haven't really listened to me at any great length, have you? They're not intrusive thoughts. It's just your old subconscious thought trying to take you back to the set point of I'm a piece of shit, or things don't work out for me, or my life isn't going to be the way I want, or he doesn't love me, or whatever fucking bullshit that you haven't bothered to work on in your self-concept because you haven't actually got to your core issues of why you think it won't work out. Have you, Christina? I bet you any money you haven't done my self-concept course. And if you have, you didn't fucking listen, did you? You didn't really accept what your issues were, have you, Christina? That's natural. That's what your brain does. Do you want to go in there and have a lobotomy and no longer have a brain that tries to keep you safe? That's why it's doing it. What do you mean? Oh my God, I have intrusive thoughts. I don't talk about fucking intrusive thoughts on my page. So the fact that you even wrote the words intrusive thoughts means you've just been new to my Instagram, or you've never actually watched my content at length. You've never gone onto my YouTube. You've never done my free course. You've never actually really fucking listened to me because you're coming in here with some psychobabble bullshit. And you're not realizing that that is just your subconscious mind keeping you safe, which is its fucking job. And it's not an intrusive thought. It's just a thought you have to get rid of. Actually listen to me, Christina, when I talk. Go and watch my full, complete videos on YouTube. You sound fucking lost. Should I visualize my next interaction with SP or the end state? Guys, it's up to you. You can go in steps if you really fucking want, but you might only get the date that you're visualizing and then he'll fuck you and leave. Do you want that, or do you actually want the relationship? I tell you to go to the end, but don't listen to me and go and listen to some bullshit about manifesting and steps. And when they haven't called you back after they fucked you, then you might listen to me. But okay. I told Sasha yesterday, you, Kimberly, and Sasha are my favourites. Oh, wonderful, darling. Loz is amazing. Oh, thank you. What is she going on about? I am talking about manifestation, darling, and self-concept. Ew, stop yelling. Jen Love 1000. This is my fucking channel. Is someone holding a GUN to your little fucked up brain, forcing you to watch this? Darling, this is my Instagram. Do I go over to your job and tell you how to do your job? I have made $1 million last year yelling like this. I change people's lives yelling like this. If you don't like the fact that I change people's lives, if you don't like my style, hey, see that X at the top there or clicking away? Just go this, and just go and watch another live. I'm not changing for losers. Your free content is so amazing and has helped me tremendously. We are lucky to have anything free from you. Oh, thank you, darling. Hi, Loz. SP is back after 9 months, and he texted me the other night wanting to catch up over drinks soon. Still working on my self-concept, of course. Oh, my God, darling. After 9 months. How amazing. Oh, so many success stories on here today. It's my first live on Instagram. Look how much success I've already got. How do you change into the person who has their SP? Well, have you imagined yourself as the person who has them? Or are you imagining yourself as single? Are you imagining yourself as a person who's not loved by them? Or are you imagining you're loved by them? Are you a person who imagine there's a third party? Or are you seeing yourself in a beautiful, happy relationship with them and only them? I bet you're not. I bet you're not seeing yourself in the end of having the beautiful relationship, are you? That's why. That's why they're not with you. How do you really feel, Loz? What do you mean? SP hasn't replied in days and has stale text, has been a pattern. How to get consistent communication, love, and the relationship. Brianne, I just fucking said to you, we are doing a challenge called Manifest Contact. You are so fucking lost that you don't realize that the way you just wrote that message is the reason why he's acting that way. You need to come and do the challenge stat because you're not even recognizing your own harvest of the seed you just planted of he doesn't want to talk to me and he's stale. You're fucking lost. You need to come and join the Manifest Contact Scripting Challenge more than anybody. No wonder he's acting the way he is. That's what you think of him. So he'll stay that way. Oh my God, this is so funny. Oh, good, darling. Join the squad, people. It's amazing. Guys, if you haven't joined the squad, I pity you, really, because you're going to miss Manifest Contact and it's going to be so fucking fun. Every single day, we're keeping accountable in there with daily tasks. I do a massive video at the beginning explaining the whole thing. We have accountability every day, affirmations. We're keeping our mind right to get contact. And I swear to you, if your phone isn't blowing up by the end of it, I've done something wrong. Ever since I concentrated on my self-concept, I'm getting compliments from other people that I'm refreshed and vibrant. I myself am feeling so happy and content from inside. Thank you, Loz. Oh, wonderful, darling. That's so great. Self-concept. How to detach from 3D? How do you keep the faith? Sandman, you don't watch me, do you, at any great length? You haven't actually gone over to my YouTube, have you? You need to go and watch my latest why it's not manifesting video. I think it was my latest one or second latest one called How to Overcome Devastating Circumstances, because you're talking about some bullshit law of attraction stuff like detachment. You don't need to detach. I teach you in that video what to do. Go and watch it. You need to accept it and change it, not try and ignore it or detach from it. You're very lost. And you keep the faith in your own power. Do you have the faith in your own power? If you don't, you're fucked. Been listening to your YouTube sleep affirmations. Love them. Oh, good, darling. You get inspired every day. Yes, guys. Every word in an affirmation, never say you can't afford it or you don't have the money. Guys, that person who was begging me for a discount doesn't understand. They're literally manifesting being broke with their own thinking and their own words. Exactly, darling. They went and did Money Magnet. They'd understand. But they've broken ass thought themselves into the situation where they can't even go and buy it. Congratulations on 20K. Thank you, darling. Thank you. Your free content has helped me immensely. At first, you triggered the shit out of me. Oh, I'm sure I did. It's Garrett. Oh, wonderful, Garrett. One of the originals from when you started coaching 3 years ago. Oh, Garrett, darling, how are you? So when I used to do one-on-one coaching, just one, like not in the squad, but one-on-one for 3 months. I only did it for 3 months when I first started my TikTok, and then I quit because it was so overwhelming. I had so many requests for coaching every day. I just couldn't handle it, and it was like stressing me out. And so I quit it completely. And Garrett was one of the few people who got a coaching call. Oh, how are you, darling? What are you up to? What's this? Yes, oh, good. So excited to do the challenge. Good. Been trying to figure out how have issue to work on if you think you are too out of so league, like two above. Can you write that again in English? I don't understand what you mean. So you think you're so far above him that he won't want you because you're so far above him. What thoughts do you have about yourself? I earn too much money. He doesn't earn enough. He's from a different socioeconomic class than me. His family won't approve of me because blah, 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 blah. What's your fucking story about you and about him? Write it again so I can understand it. Just joined the squad and my life has already changed. Hooray. Hang on. Can't get past this thing. I'm new on self-concept. So my question is, I know it's not sustainable, but is it normal at the beginning to do my affirmations all day, like hammering them in my brain for it to get used to? Look, guys, some of you have been listening to the bullshit about robotic affirming, and I don't teach that crap. And you don't have to do it robotically like a robot, like I am loved, I am loved, I am loved. That actually won't do a hell of a lot. But if you could think it during the day, consistently, frequently, yes, that's what I want you to do. And you might have to do that at first. That's fine. But just doing it over and over and over and over and over again ad nauseum until it turns into gobbledygook in your brain, no, absolutely not. But go ahead. I love your eyelashes and the lip color. Oh, thank you. So excited for May. Yes, guys, the Manifest Contact Stripping Challenge in the squad. If you haven't gone and joined it, for $50, you are literally going to get contact and you're missing out. SP says he's not wanting relationship after 8 months, friends and benefits, says he wants to date others. I kept affirming against this and ignored what he said, but I know he's reflecting me not being chosen. So what do you want me to do, Ali? You want me to tell you how to fix what you've fucked up? What have you been thinking the whole time? You haven't actually worked on your self-concept enough if he's still showing up that way. If he's actually saying to you, I want to fuck other people, you must have some real thoughts that you're not wanted by him. You must have some real stories about this guy. You must have some real stories about yourself that you think you've focused on. You really think you thought you were chosen, but actually I bet you 90% of what you were doing was focusing on him being attracted to you, focusing on him wanting you, focusing on him. My live just paused for a second. Hang on, guys. What's this? Hi, I'm so shattered today. I've been dating a guy since 3 months and we promised marriage. Today I got to know he is already married since 2 years. I want him now and I want to manifest him as my... Yeah, darling, you won't be able to. So let me just give you the tip. You've got some fucking trust issues if you've got yourself in a situation where they were already married. Have you actually uncovered what your trust issues are? Will you feel like you're going to be actually committed to completely by another person? Or have you got a story constantly that people cheat or people lie to you or people aren't real or people are fake or people keep things from you or keep secrets? You must have a story like that if that's what's shown up. Or you must have a culture where you're so desperate to get married that you literally didn't notice anything that was going on because you were so desperate for the marriage that you clung on to that and you didn't work on your self-concept the entire time you're with that person, and all that person has done has reflected your lack of trust and your desperation to be married. And that's why that happened. Have you actually watched me before? What you need to fix are those two things that I just said. I bet you're in India or Pakistan or something, are you? Where are you? I want him now. Well, you won't be having him now, unfortunately, darling, unless you actually listen to me and change your self-concept issues that caused that circumstance. So what are they? Do you know? If you don't know, then you haven't actually listened to me before at any great length, and that's why it happened. So tell me what your self-concept issues are, darling. Sweet angel, because I bet you don't know what they are. I bet you haven't done my free course even. I bet you certainly haven't done my self-concept course, have you? You need to, if you want to fix this. I don't mean to be like hard sell, but you don't know what your self-concept issues are that caused it, do you? If you want to know, go and do the assessment in that course. Or Worthy as Fuck for Love. You're always such a good vibe and hype me up to be better. Oh, wonderful, darling. Hi, Loz. Congratulations on hitting the 20K mark. Oh, thank you. You made me understand my power after years of listening to other coaches that made no sense. Finally, you made me realize how powerful I am. Thank you. Oh, wonderful, darling. Hooray. Yes, guys, you're all powerful. But if you're coming in here complaining about your circumstances, not actually watching my content then, or not done my free course, what are you doing with yourself? What are your views on tarot readings? Guys, it's just your mind reflected. So I can literally flick through my FYP and tarot will pop up with my affirmations in it, with the story I had last night, with things I was thinking during the week, with the new version of a person that I'm thinking of. It's literally your thoughts reflected. That's literally all it is. Everyone's reflecting you, including tarot. Hi, Loz. My story is so similar to Rhiannon's old story. Oh, Rhiannon, the success story on my YouTube. Guys, if you haven't gone over to my YouTube, Subconscious Laws, and watched the latest success story, I just dropped one today. If you're trying to manifest fame or Instagram success, or you're gay and you haven't come out yet, or you've got problems with your culture, Kat's one's really good to go and watch. And there's also Rhiannon's last week that talks about manifesting her wealthy SP and a luxury life. My SP is married, but he is really good to me. Just want more out of the relationship. So my next step is do kick-ass for you to work on self. How the fuck did you get yourself in a situation where you think he's good to you, but he's actually married and fucking his wife every day? Guys, those of you who are so fucked in the brain that you don't understand that a situation like an affair is not good to you. That's not good to you, darling. I had a friend like that who had an affair with a guy for so many years, and I used to sit in a restaurant tearing my hair out, and one day I just said to her, I don't want to hear about this guy ever again. You're not going to end up marrying this guy. This guy is never going to leave his girlfriend for you. He's never going to leave. You're going to end up marrying someone else because you haven't realized that it's all you doing this and you think you're going to change him. This guy isn't going to change because you haven't fucking changed, because you think so low of yourself that you think this is all right. You think so low of yourself that you think him being really good to you while going home and fucking his wife is actually a really good relationship. Don't you, darling? And I say that as someone who's constantly attracted into their reality from the day dot, people who didn't choose me and chose other people or had girlfriends or were still in love with their ex-wives or something, because I hadn't fixed my self-concept issue of not being chosen. So fix it. Do a self-concept course, the assessment, and fix it, please. And then he will actually leave her for you. But at the moment, he won't. How can I affirm for body dysmorphia? I used to have that. I think this is why I lost my SP. Yes, these thoughts were what I was thinking right before, asked who she was texting and felt ugly by the day and was flipping those thoughts. Okay, Serena. So if you feel ugly, if you feel like they're going to choose other people because you feel like your body isn't enough, they'll literally choose a person who's got the most gorgeous body or something, or they'll say to you, oh, you need to go to the gym, or I just don't want to commit right now, or they'll come up with some bad excuse as to why they're not going to choose you, but it's really your thoughts being reflected that I'm not going to be chosen because of my body. So you've got to start saying, I'm beautiful. I was wonderfully made. I was born this way for a reason. He thinks I'm perfect. Everyone thinks I'm beautiful. Okay, work on those. How does self-concept help in getting parents' approval for my marriage with SP? Well, you think they won't approve. You've got a self-concept issue where you think your culture and your parents are going to stop you from getting what you want. You've got a story that they control you, that they have control over your life. And your self-concept issues is I have no control. Other people make decisions for me. I can't get what I want. You've got a lot of that story going on. So until you change that, you've got to get rid of that. You won't be able to change it. I've had so much coaching with people who are in cultures or where their parents choose their marriage for them, or they're trying to marry a person of a different religion and they changed it. How come you can't? Because you don't believe in your power. Needed to hear this. Going to do waffle right after this. Good, guys. I'm going to be a good manifestor. Well, good. Thank you, God. I don't do tarot anymore. Guys, you can even listen to it if you want to, but listen for your thoughts reflected. Don't listen for the future. It's not telling you the future. It's telling you what you were thinking. I'm a people pleaser, and then I feel that people leave me. Well, they will. He asked me to move on. Yeah, they will. He wants to continue with his wife, but I want to marry him. You won't be able to marry him, darling. If you're a constant people pleaser and you feel people will leave you, they'll have no choice but to leave you after you constantly try to please them from your feeling of not good enough inside yourself. What do you mean? You can want to marry him all you like. He won't be marrying you anytime soon. You're so fucking lost. You haven't even done my free content, have you? You haven't done my free course, have you, sweet angel? You need to. Stop writing, I want him. You can write you want him all you like, but you haven't actually uncovered your self-concept issues and fixed them that's caused him to want his wife over you. How did you even choose a person who's married? I know, because you feel not good enough to even get a full-blown relationship with someone who completely and utterly chooses you 100%. So you have to fix that first. Stop blaming him and saying you want him. You literally won't get him right now unless you fix that. Sorry to scare you, but stop saying, I want him, I want him. You can want him all you like. He won't want you. Asha and I will be going to Barbados in June. Woohoo! Oh, really? Is this Mama Chen? You're going to Barbados together? Are you really? How amazing. Go and see Neville's grave, even though he can't stand having a grave, but take a picture of you outside the Barbados building, with the Neville, the Goddard building for me, will you guys? I don't know, are you? You're the one who decided. What's this? Yeah, guys, if you decide you are XYZ, then you're the one deciding. That's what the person's saying, and they're right. If I live in the end of a relationship but still like multiple SPs, they all want relationships with me. Yes, guys. Listen, I had a situation once where I got a new SP and then my old SP came back, and then I couldn't decide between the old SP who I hadn't been together with for 6 years but did have a relationship with previously, or the new SP who was amazing. And then they both showed up amazing, and I couldn't fucking decide which one I wanted. For about 3 months of my relationship, I was completely torn. And then the old SP wouldn't go away until he finally said, should I give up on you? And I said, yes. But I did at the time think of them both at the same time, multiply. Yes, you can. What if we just want to look like in a filter? Well, just imagine you look like what you do in a filter. Don't give your power away to tarot readers, lol. They just reflect your state and your thoughts. Exactly, Missy. A tarot reader on my view page tab brought me to Loz. She literally said, listen to the blonde lady with blue eyes. She knows what she's talking about. And that time I hadn't discovered Loz yet. That's amazing. I have blonde hair and I have blue eyes. That's so funny. I can't get my glasses back on now. Oh, look, there's 126 people here. Hang on, guys. Actually, I just tried to first for fun, and she told that your person is completely and madly in love with you. Oh, what a tarot reader. Defo, call you when we're there. Oh, do it. This is the reason I wanted to know. What is this? How does self-concept help in getting parents' approval? You've already asked me, and I gave you the answer, and now you're begging me like a psycho. Listen to me. I can't believe on her saying that. Saying what? Do you need to know why your self-concept issues are the way they are, or just knowing they are enough, what they are enough? Oh, so you're just going to know what they are. I am fat. Well, that's good. I know I'm fat. I won't do anything about it or think differently about being fat. I'll just stay fat. Is that a fucking real question? Oh, I think I'm not good enough. Oh, well, I'll just stay thinking I'm not good enough. And apparently things will change in my 3D reality, even though I'm reflecting out the thoughts constantly that I'm not enough. But at least I know that. Bing. This is the power of your awareness, darling. You have to be aware and then you have to change it. You don't just sit there in the awareness. You have to be aware of something else. Go and do my free course. You're fucking lost. Nothing to change but self. Exactly, guys. You have to actually change it. Nothing to change but self. Not nothing to know but self. Oh, I know myself. Great. You'll just stay the same. And everything in your reality will stay the same because you've stayed the same self. Oh, fuck. Is that what this is? I have to change myself. Is that a real question? I want you to examine Sex and the City's, all their self-concept. Oh, all the characters? Well, listen, they're all real archetypes, aren't they, of certain self-concepts. I mean, Carrie's is fascinating because she's such a fucking narc and she's so self-involved and she has no idea she's got massive you won't love me and abandonment issues, like chronic. I am very much like Miranda. Someone's turning around my driveway. And our self-concepts are so similar on that show and scares the shit out of me sometimes. Where's my cat going? She's been run over. I love self-concept work, but I should do a series on the Sex and the City characters, shouldn't I, of this self-concept? Because I know the show so well. I love your YouTube sleep affirmations. Oh, thank you, darling. No rejection, but self-rejection. Exactly, Goddess Neith. If you're rejecting yourself and you think they're rejecting you, they'll reject you. Or think you're going to be rejected, you'll be rejected. I know I'm the chosen one. I do know that. Do you? Well, is it reflecting in your reality? Because you can know it and then you can be it. One of the two. Are you actually being the chosen person in your mind, or are you just knowing some shit? To move on, he wants to continue with his wife, but I want to marry him. Sweet angel, I've got to say, there are some fucking lost people in my free Facebook group at the moment, but you would have to be the most lost person here on this Instagram live. You haven't bothered to listen to me. You haven't gone and watched my content. You probably never even flicked through my Instagram stories. You haven't done my free content. You haven't gone to my YouTube and actually watched my Ask Loz playlist. So I can't fucking help you, darling, until you stop repeating the same question over and over and over like a needy bitch. I imagine you're like this with him and you incessantly send text to him like this, and he's probably going to block you soon or get a restraining order out against you like I feel like doing right now because you keep repeating the same shit and not listening to me. Like, think about this, guys. If I get annoyed at you and you give me the fucking ick with your questions and your neediness, imagine how your specific person feels. No wonder they're not choosing you. Like, really think about that. I saw her too and joined Loz. Oh, really? I've been working on self-concept for a few months now and heard that SP is leaving third party but still no contact. Should I take this as a positive sign? Everything's something out for me. Everything's working out for you. Yes, give it the good meaning that everything's working out for you and they're going to be with you. But guys, go right to the end. I've got a video coming up on Monday on my YouTube about removing a third party, and a lot of you focus on that so much that all you do is remove the third party and you actually don't manifest your person being with you. Go and watch that on Monday on my YouTube, darling. I am invisible to Loz. Well, you will be, guys, if you write that. I will answer your question if I can see it. But if you think you're invisible, like Mr. Cellophane in fucking Chicago, guess what? I'll actually not even see your question because I'm reflecting your self-concept in the fact I haven't seen or answered your question. And then if you write, I'm invisible, I will literally just think of you as an invisible person. And I'll probably skip over your question in a minute completely by accident because that's your self-concept. Change your self-concept to Loz always chooses me, Loz always answers my questions. And in a minute, I'll scroll down and see it and I'll answer it because you've changed your thinking about yourself being unwanted and invisible. Just wanted you to watch your recent Ask Loz. I realised I've got a story that I can't live with my SP because we're studying away. How can I change that story? Love you, Loz. We'll change all the reasons why you think you can't be together. He's studying, we're stuck in different places. When we finish studying, we won't live together. Think of all the reasons. Sit down and write them for 20 minutes like I tell you to do in that story, in that Ask Loz, and then write the complete opposite of everything you thought. Is it Serena? What are we talking about? Tarot is always in my favour. Yes, guys, say that. Thank you for all you do. I'm learning so much. Oh, good, darling. Your friends reflect you too. Everyone does. Yes, guys. I love how blunt you are. Oh, thank you, darling. Yo, thank you so much. You have been a very good help. God bless you. Oh, you're welcome, darling. Hi, Loz. Hello. After following you, I've been able to ignore and not be triggered by tarot and social media that is negative. If he wanted to, he would narrative. It used to trigger me so bad. It's such complete bullshit, darling. If he wanted to, he would, is your thinking. Therefore, he won't because you think he doesn't want to. It's so fucking dumb. It blows my mind. Took Kick Ass You and Waffle. Absolutely love them. All my fears are high, though. How many fears affirmations should I start with? Guys, look, it doesn't matter that you might have got high scores in my courses. All you need to do is now work on them. It doesn't matter if you got 100% in every single assessment. It doesn't matter. Okay, now work on them. Work on the ones you think bother you the absolute most first, darling. Always telling us what we need to hear. Yes, guys. Can I ask a question? Yes, of course. Oh, my God, I'm so happy and excited. Everyone is telling me he's in love with you. Even Tarot, his friends. My friends, good, darling. I don't think I've ever felt this insecure, Loz. Do I need to find out where it comes from? Of course you do, Serena. Fuck, are you having a fucking laugh here with these questions? Should I work out why I'm thinking the way I am and change it? Or should I just sit here in the mire of my shitty self-concept and reflect the thoughts out forever and a day that everyone will reflect back to me and nothing will change? Should I just keep not reflecting new thoughts? What do you mean? Or just keep affirming I'm good enough and perfectly made? Please do that. I think I'm doing great in my self-concept work. Good, darling. Oh, guys, I'm not going live with people, but thank you for the request. Hey, Loz, Naomi here. Sasha's asleep, I guess. Oh, yes, she would be, yes. She was live when I woke up. When I woke up at 7 o'clock this morning, she was live. I didn't go on her live, but I saw that she was live. I was answering WhatsApp messages from my staff. You need to fix why you are feeling that way. Yes, guys. Example, my lip fillers went down and has been on my mind of trying to affirm like them as they are. You like them as they are. Well, stop thinking you're not good enough as you are, even with lip filler or without lip filler. You know what I mean? Like, you could go and fill your face with lip filler, Botox your face up deluxe, and still think you're a piece of shit and ugly. Guys, the filler doesn't make any difference. It's what you're doing with your mind. There's a wonderful book, darling, that you might need to go and read called Psycho-Cybernetics. He was a plastic surgeon, used to change people's deformed faces, and they still couldn't think any different of themselves because he realized it was their mind that was the problem, not their face. And it didn't matter how much shit he put in their face or how much he changed it. Well, this is in the 50s. They didn't have filler then. How much plastic surgery he did. Their mind was fucked and they didn't think they were beautiful. Go and read it. My SP is 5 years older from me and he told me he'll get married in 2 years, but I need 4 years to be there. This is one thought that scares me a lot. What do you mean, darling? You've got a whole lot of stories about why he can't marry you. He can marry you tomorrow if you got rid of all those stupid thoughts. You think they're conditional. You think the circumstances matter. You're not listening to me. Tips for creative career success. Darling, have you gone over to my YouTube? I've literally just posted a success story of a girl who got an Instagram award, who got verified on Instagram after trying before and failing. She's hugely increased her following. Okay, go and watch it. It's all about her career success as a creative and what she did and how she changed her self-concept to get career success as a creative person. Go and watch it. It's called Manifested Instagram Success and it's in my Manifestation Success Stories playlist and I posted it like a few hours ago on my Subconscious Oz YouTube. But just imagine yourself having the following you want. Imagine yourself being a wonderful, loved, successful creator. Instagram is showing you love. Oh, yes, it is. Thank you, darling. Love you, Loz. I'm just doing great. Great. How's it going in Perth? It's great, darling. It's lovely weather here today. Look. Never a cloud in the sky in this town. Before you, it never actually clicked. Oh, really, darling? My BFF, write your affirmations in a WhatsApp group. We're focusing on self-concept and we know everything will harden into fact. Oh, good, darling. Do that if it helps you. My SP is 5 years older than me. Why do you keep telling me all the circumstances as if I fucking care? Change them with your mind. You're telling me all circumstances if I'm going to give you an answer about the fucking stupid circumstances you keep writing like a desperate bitch. But he's 5 years older. It doesn't matter. But he lives away and he said he only wants to get married in 5 years' time. Who cares? But I need to be there in 4 years because, hello, circumstances don't matter. Open your fucking ears. Oh, but my circumstances really matter. No, they don't. You're not listening to me. You're going to fail. Guys, if you keep complaining about your circumstances, it will keep showing you things to complain about. Stop complaining and just do the work. Well, some people know this, and some people really fucking don't listen, darling. Thank you. Miranda was one of my faves. I am Miranda. Seriously, the amount of times I'll watch Sex and the City and freak out and cry because some of her storyline was so similar to mine. I'd be like, and my ex-boyfriend at the time was called Steve. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this girl is living my life. It was freaking how similar we were. I'm kind of a cross between her and a bit of Samantha. A lot of Samantha as well, actually. Yes, please do the Sex and the City thing. I should. My online crush seems to be like me, but he's afraid because of bad past for long distance relationship. No, you think he's afraid. How do I make him believe? You can't make him do anything, darling. You've got to believe he doesn't think that anymore. It's your fault that he's thinking that because you've got a story about him. What do you mean? You can't change him. You're changing you and then he changes. We won't fall out of love. We'll find a way through action on calls and texts. Darling, it's like you've never watched me in your whole life. I don't know who the fuck you've been watching, but you're trying to change him. You think it's his fault. You think it's his circumstances that matter. You think it's his thinking that matters. You're the one thinking. You're the only thinker. Until you change your story about him, he won't fucking change. Please go and do every single video I've ever done about specific people on my YouTube. Watch them. Go to my specific person playlist. Go to my Ask Loz playlist. Go to my recent playlist called Why It's Not Manifesting. You're fucking lost. First time I've watched your video on IG. It's helped me so much. Thank you. Oh, well, good. Well, you need to go to my YouTube, darling, and actually watch the longer content because you sound really confused. Please, guys, if you're new to my account and you're only watching me on Instagram, you need to go to my YouTube and actually watch my longer free content. I have hours and hours and hours of Q&As like this from back in the day where I'm literally answering people's questions. You could do a Loz binge. But the most important two playlists you should watch is my Ask Loz playlist to really identify your self-concept issues, Ask Loz, and my Why It's Not Manifesting playlist. I think I have 92 videos in there and they're my most recent ones. And my Ask Loz is my most recent the other day. Go and watch all those, guys. It's free content. And if you haven't done my free course, in my link called Everything You've Learned About Manifesting is Wrong, no wonder you're so lost because you're not aware of what your awareness is. Please go and do that before you do anything. It's a video and a little booklet, and it's free. I saw a TikToker talking about how spiteful he is and how his ex hurt him. He talked about wanting to mutilate him as revenge. What self-concept is that? Someone who hates being hurt, is so hurt that they're hurt, they seek revenge and want to hurt them. That's fucking psycho. I didn't want to read that then. I shouldn't have read it out. Hello, ma'am. I'm a gay guy and I love a person who is a straight guy. They have a girlfriend. I want to marry with him. He knows everything about my feelings. Can I manifest his love and company? But it's impossible. No, darling. At the moment, you won't be able to. And I don't mean to scare you, but because your story is he's not gay, he doesn't love me, he loves his girlfriend, then you won't be able to. So until you change your thinking and you start seeing him as loving you, start seeing him as having sexual feelings for you, he won't change. He is literally your reflection. And what you've done based on your self-concept issue is chosen a person who's completely unchoosable, like a straight person when you're gay, and he's now reflecting your story that you're not choosable because there's something wrong with you or something different about you or you're not enough as you are. And therefore, until you change your thinking to think you are enough, he won't actually want you. And until you change the thinking into you thinking he loves you and wants you and is gay too and he loves you, he won't change. So he won't change until you change. You're thinking about him and about yourself. You understand? If you don't understand, please go and do my free course and go and watch all my longer content on my Subconscious Loz YouTube. Make sure you subscribe over there. Please answer my questions. I can't even see it, darling. I like Samantha's confidence. Me too. Excited for the new challenge. I am not in no contact, but SP and I are not communicating as before, trying to ignore the 3D and persist and focus on self-concept, living the end with my SP. I don't tell you to ignore the 3D necessarily, guys. Just accept that is a reflection of you, so therefore you need to change what you're thinking that's causing that. Go and watch one of my latest videos called Overcoming Devastating Circumstances. It's got a grey thumbnail. It's got the dog in the meme with the fire and the coffee cup on it. And me pointing to the meme. Go and watch that, darling, because you're a bit lost about how you're actually still perpetuating that situation with thinking that you have to ignore it. And that's fucking it up. If circumstances don't matter, every manifestation could be done in a zippy. They don't matter, but everyone thinks they matter. What do you mean? Are you for real? It only matters if you think it matters. You're manifesting from your I am, from your I am. So I can only manifest from my I am. And if I think my circumstances matter, they will matter and they won't change. Are you a little bit lost? Have you actually watched me before? You think this is something where the whole world has to change your thinking. Oh, no, you don't get it that it's the thinking. You just think it's the circumstances and them changing and they need to not matter. You're not understanding. You're manifesting from your I amness of self, and everyone's in their own reality manifesting from their I amness. And if they think the circumstances that they caused matter, the circumstances won't change. You're very lost. You need to go and do my free course. What do you mean if the circumstances didn't matter? Of course they don't fucking matter, but people think they matter. That's why they matter. What are you talking about? How do we choose between Kick-Ass You or Waffle Course? Okay, if you have no fucking clue what your self-concept issues even are, do a Kick-Ass You. But if you have a slight clue, you've watched me, and your focus is love, do Worthy as Fuck for Love, because there's an assessment in there, a 3-pronged assessment that's actually about your concept of yourself in love and relationships and how your relationships show up. It's very specific to love, okay? Also, I'm embarrassed how things ended, Loz. I begged them and blocked SP, and now I get nervous to go places he goes frequently. Does that mean I need to work on not feeling insecure? Of course it fucking does, Serena. Why are you blocking them like a triggered bitch? Why are you blowing up and begging them and acting like a psycho? That's about you. Yes, you need to work on being insecure. You need to change every insecure thought that caused you to act that way. And stop being embarrassed. Go, oh, well, he doesn't care. Revise it. How to change negative emotions. So you're not changing the emotions, you're changing the thought that's causing the emotions. Feelings don't happen by themselves. You first have to think things that make you feel a certain way. So you have to change your thinking that's causing you to feel that way. So what are you thinking? Once you identify your self-concept issues, what should you do to improve it? Affirmations, sleep tapes, etc. Anything you can to change it. You could do my sleep tapes, but then you've also got to think differently during the day. You can't just rely on the sleep tapes. You could do affirmations, but you don't want to do them robotically so they turn into gobbledygook. You want to really think them with conviction. You could visualize. You could lie down and do the state akin to sleep and really visualize a lot morning and night or whenever. You could change your thoughts throughout the day and have new stories, favorable stories. Anything to do, anything that works for you, that could help. Power of awareness. If you are putting your awareness on it frequently, you're keeping it as it is. Exactly, Lucy. That's what I'm teaching you. How to behave when he comes back. Act normal. Act like you're the lovely person you are. Don't be a triggered bitch. Don't be reactionary to anything they do. Literally, nothing they do. Don't react. Don't react. Don't react. My SP is married. Can I still manifest him? Not right now, darling, because you think you can't, because you think him being married is a problem. So until you change the thought that him being married is a problem, no, you won't be able to. That's why you asked me the question, because you think it's a problem, don't you? If you saw you and him together and fixed the self-concept issues that caused you to choose an unchoosable person in the first place, he'd be with you right now. Go and watch all my free content about choosing unavailable people, darling. You're a bit lost about your own self-concept issue that caused you to choose him in the first place. Hi, my SP's been speaking bad about me to everyone. Well, what stories have you got about yourself that anyone would even do that to you, darling? Change them. I finished Kick-Ass You yesterday, and I'm really excited for the challenge in May. Going to finish Neville Made Easy after this live. Oh, wonderful, darling. So, guys, Neville Made Easy is getting pulled out on Monday. It's the course that's in my squad right now. So if you want to get into the squad right now, not only will you get Neville Made Easy, you can do all the parts now. You can download all the workbooks. You'll also get Manifest Contact when it starts the challenge on the 1st of May. I've been manifesting and losing for at least 5 years. Well, because you weren't listening to me and you weren't doing the work. My SP came back and talking to dinner tomorrow after ghosting, thanks to your videos. What's this? My SP came back and taking me to dinner tomorrow after ghosting, thanks to your videos. Ah, wonderful, darling. I didn't read that right. Oh, how wonderful. I know I may get yelled at, probably, but I'm going to ask anyway. So is after one thing and I refuse to see him and be used, working on self-concept, but it's hard to not call him out on his behaviour? Oh, my God. You think you're being used. You think you need to tell him off for using you, but you have a story you're being used. You have a story about him using you. So until you get such time as you change that stupid story that you are a person who even gets used, a person with a good self-concept who thinks they are lovable and enough wouldn't even dream of someone using them. They wouldn't even think that anyone would treat them that way. But you've got a story about yourself that you're going to be treated that way. You're going to be used. Were you abused as a kid or made to feel not good enough in some way? All that guy can do is reflect you, use you up, fuck you and leave until you change. So I'm not going to bother yelling at you because you obviously don't really listen to me. You haven't really listened to my videos, have you? When you listen, you're waiting for the magic bean answer that I'm going to give you instead of really investigating your self-concept issues. You're blaming him instead of focusing on you, aren't you? So I could yell, but why? I'd be wasting my breath on a person who doesn't listen, or who doesn't want to learn, or who doesn't want to face themselves, who wants to keep blaming their specific person for the way they show up. I don't bother yelling at people who don't want to learn. Why? Why should I waste my energy? I got my natal chart done and it's bad. Oh, is this? I'm flicking right past this. Absolute ridiculous bullshit. Are you fucking joking? Go and find a woo-woo bitch with a turban, darling. You're fucking lost. He always comes back, but then something happens. Well, then it will, darling, because that's your story. So it'll continue to happen until you change that fucking stupid story that you keep holding on to and clinging on to as if it's true. I have been affirming I'm chosen and still got rejected, even though in my mind I believe positive. Please help. No, you didn't believe positive. You didn't believe positive about yourself. Were you just living in the end of you and him together but not changing any thoughts about yourself that caused him to not want you and him to keep leaving and reject you? Did you change your story that you get rejected? You didn't, did you? You didn't listen to me. You've been watching some bullshit about living in the end and changing them, and you haven't actually bothered to uncover your self-concept issues that keep getting you rejected your whole life. Maybe work on that. Is visualization just as good as saying affirmations? Guys, you constantly visualize all the time without realizing you're doing it. If I say to you right now, don't think of a pink elephant, all of you just thought of one. You're doing it naturally. I have a mum brain, so it's hard to memorize a lot of affirmations. Darling, that's your story. If you think you've got mum brain, you'll have mum brain. You won't remember shit. So change that stupid fucking story. Love your amazing brain. Oh, thank you, darling. Guys, don't affirm then if you can't. Visualize, yes. Can't wait for the challenge in the squad. Loz, I got the job I wanted and I'm getting paid to go to school because I changed the story and I didn't get this job last year. Go, Loz. Oh, wonderful, darling. Hooray. That's fantastic. You did that. So, guys, come and join us in the squad, the Subconscious Loz squad, for the Manifest Contact Challenge. It's going for the whole month of May. It starts on the month of May, 1st of May. Why have I got Friday written on the top of my... I must have just pressed something. Guys, I'm new to Instagram. I've just turned Friday on the top of my screen. How did I do that? What do you think of soulmates? Oh, I'm flicking right past this. Do we create them in our head as well? We always have the power. Well, I'm glad you got a clue at the end of this question, darling. If you think they're your soulmate, they're your soulmate. The end. You decided that because you are the powerful one in this reality, okay? Every day the penny is dropping, even more lol. I'm being a doer and persisting even in tears. I'm proud of myself. Oh, good, darling. All right, guys, I'm going to go. Please do follow me here all the time. Make sure the bell is on. Make sure you watch my stories every day. We have constant stories going out in the morning and the afternoon or nighttime to keep you accountable. Then come and join the squad for the Manifest Contact Challenge that starts on the 1st of May to manifest the beautiful love and communication from your specific person, whether you're not in contact or in contact or in a relationship or in a friends with benefits or even contact from a person who's not your SP. Guys, come and join us. It's only the squad membership price. It's part of your squad membership and it's a month-long contact challenge that will keep your mind right and keep you accountable to get the love and contact that you crave. And if you get in now, you can also do Neville Made Easy before it gets pulled out on the 30th of April. And I will see you soon, guys. Thanks for following me and make sure you watch my stories on Instagram. All right, guys. See you soon. Bye.